But the Money in the Bank briefcase really hadn't been defined
Yeah.
before you had it. And that's one of those things that now we all take for granted, that like, oh yeah, it's just one of those things that a guy comes out randomly and does the thing. And but like when you watch that first cash in and Vince McMahon comes out, there was this assumption that the Money in the Bank just meant like, oh, he'll announce a week in advance or before the pay-per-view, you'll have a match. Yeah. It was never presumed to be, oh yeah, just a random point. As long as that dude's in the ring, I'm cashing in.
Yeah.
And it kind of changed history.
Yeah, it was, again, when the concept was first brought to me, I was like, another ladder match, man. Guys, I'm trying to shake that. You know, I don't want to be the guy that, okay, we'll get you on Mania, but it's got to be in a multi-person ladder match. So at first I said, I don't need to be in it.
Yeah.
What a dumbass.
No, thank you.
What a dumbass. And they talked me into being in it. Your Gort's like, you should really be in it. You should really, really be in it. Yeah, all right. Sure. And,
all right, Gort's, what do you know?
Yeah. Like, and then they said, and you're going over. I was like, oh, but still, what? It's a briefcase with a cot. Like, what is that? And then, then I started to sink my teeth into what it could be. And I one of the first times that I really went to Vince with something, I said, as this vile character, if I just say I'm going to do it and then just do a match, well, that's not, there's nothing bad about that. There's nothing, vile about that. But if I cash in and after somebody's already beat the shit in an elimination chamber, it's still fully expecting that I'm going to just put Cena over, and add another layer to the S on the chest kind of thing, right? But that me mentioning that sparked an idea, and I truly just think it was right. We got to kind of get rid of this thing.
Right.
And because after a year, it's no good. We're 9 months in. Okay, let's just do it here. We'll do a quick flip. We'll flip it back. And I truly think that's all it was. And then I just made sure that in that 3 weeks, I'm going to do whatever I possibly can so that it will come back.
Right.
That was the goal. Because they said, yeah, we're going to drop back at Rumble and da-da-da. I was like, all right.
I got 3 weeks.
All right.
Yeah.
3 weeks here. Here we go.
Wow. That's all. Well, and
thank God for Mick Foley. I never give Mick enough credit for what he did for me and for what he, just what he did at that stage of his career.
Yeah.
And what limitations he was already working with, but you wouldn't have known it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it.
That's awesome.
And he wanted me to get to where I wanted to get to. And I truly wanted to give him the thing he felt like he thought he was missing. So you got two maniacs now that are working for each other to give each other these missing things.
Yeah.
And that's a really, really satisfying thing, because as we landed, I see my arm smoking, but I'm just like, I think Mick just got his moment. Okay. All right. And I'm crawling over and covering him. I love you, Mick. Love you too, Edgester. Like,
Edgester.
What are we doing
in that moment? And I also loved it. I'm so glad that they just film everything, because who knows?
Yeah.
That in that one of the docs about that, they have footage of you after the match, kind of getting checked out by the doctor and everything, and you're just totally drained.
Yeah.
Like everything is just gone.
I also think I might have been in a little bit of shock.
Interesting, because of everything you just put your body through.
Yeah, because I like my arm was bubbling and turning gray.
Yeah,
and I'm still getting thumbtacks pulled out of my back. And
right.
I'm just like, oh. Okay. There's a weird fallout. There's like a dump of everything, but like everything.
Yeah,
endorphins, dopamine, all of it.
Right,
is just now. Ugh. So you feel like this weird blob after something like that. It's odd.
There's an incredible shot in that match where it's with the barbed wire bat on your face.
Yeah.
And you see the blood starts running down.
Yeah.
And it's almost Christ-like in the sense that like it looks like they're just tears of blood
A lot of
as
happy
this
accidents
thorn of this crown of thorns is draped across your head.
Well, and what I didn't realize, because I hadn't worked with those tools before,
Yeah.
is, well, it's got to be barbed wire. I was like, it's what?
Oh. But how do we do it?
You just do it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
It's like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?